Occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
The Steeler offense set to go to work, and once again at the helm, their longtime starter, that's Ben Roethlisberger.
And for Ben Roethlisberger, there are a lot of question marks coming into this year because he missed nearly all of 2019 with an elbow injury. And if he were younger, maybe not as many questions. But he turned 38 back in March. And now the Pittsburgh Steelers expect to see the old Ben Roethlisberger, who's thrown for over 56,000 yards in his career, leading their team.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Anthony McFarland, his first carry of the ball game. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look. We'll step aside. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll run here with McFarland.
Anthony McFarland.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute them. I expect them to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20 plus.
From the 41, Roethlisberger, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
Enough takes to start you have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the shotgun, he'll throw. His throw incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Dances by him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drop
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Bush came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Brings up
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Man, he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
First down.
Well, we could talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Henry, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And the whole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
7 yards to pick up there.
It's a gain of 7.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Ryan Tannehill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
First and 10.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Tannehill. The open man is Smith. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On first down, it's Tannehill. This will be caught just inside the 10. That catch good for only a couple.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. And it's caught. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
4-yard gain.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free.
Makes the score Titans 17.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Deontay Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
From what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Now here's Johnson.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play.
First down, Steelers.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their
And he's going to go down again. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into 2. Many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. 2nd quarter here. He has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there was going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
So far, just the single catch. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You complete 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They sought the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
He's going to air one out. This is caught. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. They'll run with McFarland. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. Taken about 7 yards deep and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're doing some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Goes underneath for Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Tannehill. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And that is incomplete.
Tannehill's pass.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee.
4th down.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. James Washington making his way back out towards the huddle. He's knocking on that door for a 100-yard gain.
And what receiver doesn't want to be part of the Century Club? Every receiver, when the game starts, wants to have 100 or more yards.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Yeah, they'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pay. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
21 yards.
Here we go.
1st down, Steelers.
McFarland running out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Nashville. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. From just shy of midfield, Roethlisberger. Now they set up a screen for McFarland. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Harold Landry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He's going to air one